This is the pool heat pump HE150. Pretty sleek, right? It's got a modern design with clean lines and a sturdy ABS plastic housing that doesn't look out of place, even if you care a lot about your backyard setup. Honestly, when I first saw it, I thought it would take up way more space, but it's actually quite compact and fits nicely next to most pools without getting in the way. So for this quick review, let me give you an idea why this heat pump caught my attention. My pool is huge, about 30,000 gallons, and I'd struggled every season to keep it warm enough for those early morning swims. Traditional gas heaters always made me uneasy because of the price of gas and the whole process with running new gas lines. It just never sounded appealing. That's why the pool heat pump HE150 landed on my research list pretty early. In my opinion, one of the key features that stands out with this heat pump is how efficiently it does its job. There's a term you'll see a lot, COP, or coefficient of performance. It basically measures how much heat you get out compared to how much energy you put in. The HE150 is rated at a COP of 6.2, which means for every unit of electricity it uses, you get 6.2 units of heat. For someone paying attention to monthly bills like me, that efficiency matters a lot. With previous heaters, I noticed a huge jump each month. After switching to this one, my increase was only about $50 to $150 a month, and honestly, that's pretty manageable for the comfort I get. One thing most people want to know is how fast these things actually heat up a pool. From my experience, it took the pool heat pump HE150 just about a day to bring my water from the low 60s to mid 70s, and that's with the pool being in a shaded spot almost all day. On chilly nights, I set it to my preferred temperature, and by the next afternoon, it was ready for swimming. Of course, the weather plays a role, but I've never felt like I was waiting forever to take a dip. Another big thing was noise. I have neighbors pretty close by, and I definitely didn't want angry texts about a loud unit humming around the clock. I was relieved to hear that the HE150 is actually pretty quiet. The sound is more like a dishwasher running in the background, so you can have a conversation or relax next to the pool without any annoying racket. I was honestly surprised because other units I'd seen before were about as loud as an air conditioner running outside my bedroom window. Installation is another piece I want to touch on. If you're handy, you might be tempted to try setting this up yourself, but from my experience, it's best to leave it to the pros. Not only do they make sure it's all connected up to code, but they also test for leaks and make sure the electrical is right. I actually had to get a separate electrician for my panel because my installer wasn't licensed for that part, so if you're considering one, keep that in your plans. Now, for anyone who wants something reliable all year, durability matters. The pool heat pump HE150 uses titanium for its heat exchanger. That's important because titanium doesn't rust, even if your pool water chemistry gets a little off here or there. And with the plastic outer shell being UV resistant, I'm not worried about this unit breaking down from sun exposure or harsh rains. From my experience, it's held up well so far. No cracks, no signs of wear, even after leaving it outside through some pretty rough weather. I was a little worried about water leaks at first. I'm not an expert, so when I saw water pooling near the unit, I immediately thought something was wrong. Turns out, a bit of water dripping is totally normal with these units. It's just the condensation from the heat exchange process, not a plumbing leak. Still, that was a bit unsettling until I got some reassurance from the manufacturer. The controls are pretty basic and straightforward. I like products that don't overcomplicate things. There are simple buttons for increasing and lowering the temperature and an easy-to-read digital display. I don't need fancy smartphone apps or endless settings. Just tell me if my pool is warm or not and let me adjust it as needed. The HE150 does exactly that, which is all I need. For anyone less comfortable with new tech, the simplicity is a plus. One thing I want to mention is cost, since most people I talk to have questions about that. The HE150 is definitely on the pricier side, but if you break it down and think long-term, it makes sense. With the energy efficiency and how little maintenance is needed, it's really more of an investment for steady, enjoyable swimming without shelling out for gas every season or dealing with frequent repairs. And there's a 5-year parts warranty for extra peace of mind. Service can be a concern though, especially if you need help during busy times. I had to wait a bit longer for help on a minor question during the start of summer when everyone was getting their pools up and running. It wasn't a deal breaker, but you might want to get your unit checked or serviced ahead of peak times if you can. From my experience, The pool heat pump HE150 is perfect for pool owners who want consistent performance, easy controls, and minimal fuss. It's not the cheapest option, but it's sturdy, efficient, and reliable, and most importantly, it just works. I'd recommend this for anyone like me who's tired of fighting with temperature swings and is ready for a heater that quietly gets the job done while keeping utility costs reasonable. In conclusion, this heater made my swims much more enjoyable and saved me plenty of hassle. I don't have to think about it once it's running, and it keeps going rain or shine. If efficiency, reliability, and simplicity are important to you, I think you'll love it too. I will share detailed information about the pool heat pump HE150 in the comments section. Everyone, thank you for watching.